In this short video, I'm going to discuss the particle phases protocol and demonstrate it. First, select the count size ribbon. Next, press the protocols button, and in the materials collection, scroll down and select the particle phases load button to load the default protocol. As in all protocols, there's the data collector button to show the data tables, export to Excel, and also to delete the data table if you're experimenting with protocol settings. Next, select the Load Demo button and make sure that the Open Demo image is checked. Press the Sync button. In this case, the protocol is set up to measure parent objects, as you can see here, and then measure the area fraction within each of these particles. So we have parent and phases. In this case, the parent is set to mono image, and since this is a monochrome image, we'll select mono image for the phases. This image is already calibrated, so we're including using the current calibration. And since we have a calibration bar at the bottom of the image that we'd like to exclude from the analysis, I'm going to select the ROI button, activate the image, and then draw across the image to set the ROI. Press the OK button to continue. As we're now setting up and testing the protocol, the interactive is turned on. Press the Next Step button. In this case, we're defining the particles. This can be done through threshold, which is the default segmentation, or it can use smart segmentation. And here we're defining through intensity-based segmentation particles. You can choose, I'm just going to draw that, bring that back a little bit and choose the particles. Press the OK button. You also have a few options. In this case, we can set the minimum area of the particles. You can see them outlined in yellow. If these little areas are particles or areas that you don't want to measure, we can exclude those and do a size exclusion by simply pressing the Edit button and adjusting the value to exclude those particles. Apply on Close is on by default. Press the OK button. Areas are now excluded. You also have options if you only want to measure whole intact particles. We can set clean borders. Fill holes is to fill any gaps within here. And we also have object splitting options to split touching particles. There's an interactive step if you're doing a batch process and you need to confirm the segmentation or make adjustments. In this case, we're just going to set the segmentation and go to the next step automatically. In this case, we'll press the Next Step button. And this protocol is set up for measuring 3 phases. If you need to make some adjustments, simply select the particular intensity slider to make those adjustments. Make sure you have the particle properly selected and press the OK button. One thing I should also mention, again, there are segmentation options. If we make changes to these options, always make sure that you press the Apply button, which will become active to apply those particular changes to the segmentation options. Pressing the next step, and the image is analyzed, and we'll report the total number of objects, the total area of the objects, and then again the area fraction of the different phases. And also, we can measure the parent stats. And what this gives us is the per particle area fraction for each phase within that particle. When we're done, we can press the Finish button. If we're measuring a single image, we can export the summary data table or the stats. And to export the data, just simply select the Excel dropdown and export to Excel. If we're doing a batch, we can, as in previous videos, set up the batch process. Or if we want to have just a few images in there open on the desktop, we can select each one by either leaving the interactive mode on or by taking the interactive mode off. We can make sure the image is selected and then run on current location. Thank you.